Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about John Wick Chapter 4, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in John Wick Chapter 4, it deals with John Wick, who is now trying to commission a duel to the death with a member of the High Table in order for him to finally just leave the mob world altogether, get all the hitmen off his back, and enjoy the rest of his life in peace. Okay, so to get things started, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie. Obviously, John Wick and Keanu Reeves' performance as John Wick is A-class. John Wick is easily one of the best action heroes we've gotten this century, maybe even the best. And Keanu Reeves, he just owns it. There's no other way to describe it. He just owns this role altogether. And as per usual, the action scenes are just knock out of the park, amazing. These movies have consistently given us great action scene after great action scene in each of these movies, and really this one's no different. There's one in particular that takes place on a staircase that I'm just sitting there going, this is brutal and I am loving it. And honestly, with this movie, I finally figured out why each of these movies are labeled as chapter this number instead of just John Wick 2 or John Wick 4. Because what they are doing with each of these movies is just continuing the story they had already started. And looking back on it, as much as each movie felt like a beginning, middle, and end all in one, ultimately each movie is just one chapter of the same story. A story that's being told throughout each of these four movies. And looking at it, I honestly find that to be very unique. Because usually with movie series, each movie is its own story, or they just keep repeating the same story. This one is the same exact story told throughout a series of movies. And the villain. There has never been a villainous character who I found to be a wimp that did as much damage as this guy did. Because the Marquis, who's the villain of this film, he's a complete wimp. He doesn't like getting his hands dirty. He likes making other people get their hands dirty for him. Yet even though he does that, there is so much damage being done by this guy. It's insane. His minions go after all of these people. A whole slew of bodies are on the floor. And in some cases, entire buildings destroyed. And honestly, the guy, as much of a wimp as he was, you definitely get the notion that he was not someone to mess around with. Guys, in the end, John Wick Chapter 4, if they end it here, you know, this would be a completely fitting and satisfying conclusion. Because John Wick Chapter 4 did exactly what it needed to do. Told a fantastic story with great action sequences, with great characters. Characters you completely relate to, have sympathetic attitudes with, and I just loved this movie an awful lot. I'm gonna give John Wick Chapter 4 a 10. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Badetsky will return.